Welcome to today's video, everybody. We are gonna be working on the new 4-door Skyline. We got some parts. I wanna get this thing running and we gotta redeem ourselves because that thing couldn't even do a skid last time.
I don't know, it just doesn't feel good. No, it wants to drive over it. Yeah. Without a foot brake, no go.
So we gotta make sure that this thing's doing a skid by the end of today's video. We're gonna start off this year right. But before we get into today's video, I really just wanna talk a little bit about Ken Block. Now, while I didn't know him personally, I did get a chance to meet him in passing a long time ago at Tokyo Auto Salon. I think it was actually the last one before COVID. And I can't stress this enough that it's insane that we lost him so quickly. I think the automotive, just scene as a whole feels that impact tremendously. And even for me, he was such an inspiration. He was, I guess, the person that kind of started the whole digital age for the automotive industry, and what we're all doing now with vlogging and automotive content on YouTube was heavily shaped by him, and he was just a total visionary. So it's crazy, and it's just so insane to stop and think about how quickly things can change, and generally it's always the things that we least expect. So I really just, my thoughts and prayers go out to his family and anyone else affected by it, and I just want to really just highlight him and his life and what he did for the scene and the industry, because I still don't really know or have the words to describe just how much, I guess, of an inspiration he was to me, and everything that happened through my life and what led my direction, what I'm doing now, because of the videos that he put out and created. So I don't really know what to say, but my thoughts and prayers obviously with him, his family and everything like that. And rest in peace, Ken. I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to fill that hole.
So where we left you guys off with this car is that we got this thing for $1,800. There's a bit of a side story to it, but just think about that for a second. An R32 Skyline, yes, it's a 4-door, yes, it's a base model with a single cam RB20, but it was $1,800. It's so hard to find anything of an R32 Skyline for less than $2,000, so we got an amazing deal. Now, we'll get into the details in a little bit, but this doesn't have papers. It's not a stolen car, it's just that at some point, after the original owner and the last person who registered it exchanged hands a few times and the paperwork got lost. There is a way that we can get it back, but to exhaust that kind of avenue, it could cost us a little bit of money. Now, that aside, we want to go over this car and see if it's even worth us spending time, money, and effort on that. This is, for all intention purposes, a donor car for the abandoned R32 Skyline that we picked up last year. And I want to take a lot of stuff off this, put it into that car, and save it. That car deserves to be saved. Roll the clip. So before we start ripping any parts off this car, let's take a look under there, because I have not seen this thing up on the lift yet. I don't know if it's too rusty to even think about spending time on trying to get paperwork for it. But what I do know is I definitely want to take the parts off this to bring back the 4-door abandoned 32 Skyline as soon as possible. And if we can get the paperwork for this, well then this thing would be really cool as another drift car. I know, he said another drift car, so sue me. I like drifting. But let's look under there. I got something really exciting that I want to share with you guys, so just give me a tiny bit of your time and don't click away. But I'm giving away return flights to Japan. For the longest time, I've been wanting to do a giveaway, but so many people do car giveaways and all that kind of stuff, and that's great, and I love that. But I know that a lot of you guys that watch my channel love Japan and the culture, and that's probably why you watch it a lot. So I thought it would be cool if we just gave away return flights to a lucky person for this month of January. How it's gonna work is it's not a sweepstake, it's nothing like that, it's super simple. Just like I normally do hey, we're gonna pick a random person and give you a steering wheel, we're gonna do it like that. So anyone who places an order from the 1st of January to the 31st, Japan time, we're just gonna pick a random person and give you return flights to Japan.
Now, to clarify, obviously that we're not gonna be, planning a tour guide or accommodation, hotels, all that kind of stuff for you. We're just doing flights. So if you wanna come to Japan and have your flights paid for, now is your opportunity. Go to SAMMIT.net, grab yourself some merch. And if you're the lucky person that we end up contacting to let you know that you've got free flights to Japan, well, that's how it's going to work. For more information, we're gonna put a page up on the website, but like I said, it's super simple. We're just gonna be picking a random person that placed an order during January and giving you return flights. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this, something I've been wanting to do and experiment with for a long time. And if it does really well, we might start doing it more often, and we might start doing for you and a friend, or you and a group of friends, or maybe we will start actually including book tours and like accommodation and stuff. Let us know what you think. And with that, let's get back to the video. Go to SAMMIT.net, grab yourself some merch.
Let's start from the front and work our way back. Oil pan. That sounds empty. Wait, I never checked oil in this thing. Anyways, oil pan's been scraped a bunch. I don't like how that sounds completely empty, but also it's an RB20 single jingle, so it runs on no oil anyways. But yeah, oil pan's been hit a bunch, a little bit of surface rust there, not a big deal. This is a little troubling. This whole rail here has a bunch of surface rust on it. This looks like, yeah. This is exactly what I thought it was. So it comes from the rail up here and goes all the way up to the bottom of the brake booster. The master failed on this and dumped all the brake fluid down. So the brake fluid's just dripped down here, and everywhere the brake fluid touched the paint, it's all just started surface rusting. That could be actually fixed very easily. So I'm not really too worried about that. This is a normal 32 thing. I would say this is probably from the brake fluid coming down here too. And all of this here as well is from the brake fluid. But otherwise, not too bad. It's pretty clean. Doesn't have any of the rust like up in here. Like this is really clean. This is amazing. A little bit of a crush here to the seal. Just pop that off. It's not a big deal. This is in really good condition. Obviously base model RB20. So they have the R180 diff. These things are little tiny cute guys. So it's quite easy to just switch that out for an R200. It's got a nice fuel tank. Yeah, it's got all the goodies on here. This exhaust is stock, like everything looks great. I don't see any crazy rust in the chassis anywhere. This is actually awesome. I believe this is 4-lug though, maybe? I don't know. These wheels have this like weird center cap. Oh, that might be a problem. Oh no. Huh. We'll look at that later, but I think these will be 4-lug. But yeah, otherwise the chassis looks really clean. I was kind of hoping it was a lot worse than it is, just because I'd feel better about just like turning this into a missile Ebisu with a no paper 32, but maybe we should put some effort into it. This is still a little like alarming. This is definitely a little like kind of, how you doing? It's not too bad though. But yeah, obviously once we pull this down more, we'll make the final decision. But I'll try to go after the initial owner and see if we can get them to, we'll pay them for their time to try and reprint the paperwork. Because if we get papers for this and we make this a nice missile drift car at Ebisu, I want to flip this and make some money off it, so then we can use that money to pour back into like the 4-door. That would be super cool. And it'd be cool because we could save this thing too from just becoming a missile. But also I kind of want this thing to become a missile, because like imagine this is 1JZ swapped. I have a spare 1Js because spare R154, it's like meant to be. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, under the car looks great. I'm gonna check now if there's engine oil in it though. So if you guys remember, when we got this thing, I like Camry started it. I revved the crap out of this thing. I'm gonna be a little bit worried if it has no engine oil. Did I even check if this, oh no, it does. Seems like it's good. It doesn't look the greatest, but weird. The oil pan sounded so empty. Someone definitely like, this is what's confusing about this car. Like, someone went to all the effort of taking the upper intake manifold off and painting it. Like, or why? Why would someone spend the time and the effort to do that? You know what I mean? I feel like someone, like the previous owner or someone, like fixed this up, wanted to sell it and make some decent money at auctions or something, and then realized he lost the paperwork and was like, oh no. You know what I mean? That's what this looks like. Because it's really like there's a tiny bit of rust here, the rust from the master and all that, that's it. Otherwise it's in really good shape.
could definitely make some decent money off this with like a RB20 swap or a 1J swap. Easy. Even as a missile with no papers, you could sell this for like 15 G's. When it's like, you know, work's done to it and it actually is a good motor. Oh yeah, look, it's got plenty of oil. Yeah. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna be pulling this motor out of the car, but I'm curious to know, what do you guys wanna see me do with this before we put something better in this car? Mainly just because there's a rumor that these are like unkillable. So there's a lot of things I wanna try on this thing before we rip it out. And I'm sure you guys are curious too, but this is an RB20 single cam. It looks very similar to an RB30 in Australia. But yeah, this is like the worst engine that Nissan ever made, supposedly. And this was like the cheapest engine package that you could get in a lot of these cars. Let me know in the comment section, what kind of crazy stuff do you want to see me test or do to this car? Should we try to like do some power mods, that kind of thing? I do have some stuff I ordered on its way, some like, you know, controversial stuff that we're gonna test on it and see what it does. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. We're gonna have some fun with this, obviously, before we rip it out. From what I understand is all we gotta do to get the brakes working on this so that we can do a 1-peg skid is replace the brake master. This thing is bone dry, like there is not a drop in this thing. It's bone completely dry. I really need to invest in some proper spanners for brake lines, so don't use normal ones like I am, but pretty much this is a 10 mil. 3 lines need to be undone, then 2 12 mils, pop straight off, ready to rip. Yeah, oh yeah, she's out. Yo. This had been leaking for a long time. This is junk, straight in the trash. These are an awesome OEM replacement brake master for pretty much your S&R chassis. And you get them from GK Tech, and they're really good. And they're like, dude, I think Nissan had no stock and a back order and like no ETA when they were gonna be there. One thing I love about these, they're black. They look so much better in the engine bay than the ugly aluminum like colored ones. So we're gonna be throwing this bad boy in, and it comes with a nice black cap too. I know the other one had a black cap, but some of them had yellow caps, so the black cap's really nice. And it's got the sensor and everything in there, so we're good. We're just gonna throw this straight in. It's an easy, like, quick switch replacement, and we'll be ready to rip. Nice. Got some green juice for this. Looks like coolant. There's Project Mu brake fluid. Oh, she full. I went to take the wheels off for the Skyline, and I cannot get this off. But I had a look in the glove box. Previous owner was a smart lad, because I guess this came with the wheels, or he made it himself. It does look kind of custom, but I'm just hoping that these come right off, because, thank God. I was a little worried, not gonna lie. These are kind of cool, but like, no. Oh, and you still need an Allen key. And that looks already stripped. Damn it. Most annoying wheels. What even are these? What are these wheels? Does anyone know what these are? Let me know in the comment section. Are they worth money? Wait. Dude, these are 3-piece wheels. No, 2-piece. Shut up. They, like, what are they though? Anyways, we'll skip to bleeding the brakes. We finished bleeding the brakes, pedal rock hard. But after learning some stuff with the Z, I thought we should give this thing a fighting chance and take the air filter out. And look at this. I've never seen an air filter do this before. Like it's, oh. The rubber that like normally seals it has like melted in there. Dude, it just smells like pure gasoline, I'm not joking. And it's like clogged, like clogged. So, yeah. I'm gonna clean some of this out so it doesn't get sucked into the engine. And we're gonna run this thing with no air filter because There's no way this thing probably could have done a skid when it's this clogged up and all this gunk in there. We've done the air filter delete. Now let's see if she starts. Dude, it already sounds better. This is gonna be a Mang Mang machine. Oh, I'm excited. We're gonna abuse the crap out of this poor single jingle. Oh my gosh. Enzo. I think that may sell for the entire value of the car. I have never seen an R32 Skyline bonnet, what do you call that, insulator? With still the original logo in such good condition. Hit me up, only $1,800, $3 grand on top and it's yours. I really don't think this will do anything. It's just an RB20. I'm very surprised that does it that easy. So obviously this is Japan, and as much as I would love to destroy that rear set of tires, that's all we're gonna do today, just because I like the good relationship I have with my neighbors, and I still haven't had any issues or the police called or anything like that. And I feel like if we let her eat at like 6 p.m. on a Thursday night, while the car is like crazy quiet, and I don't think that would be the complaint, it'd probably be the smoke and the fire brigade would be here in like a couple minutes. So we're gonna probably, I think I kind of want to take it to the track. It's definitely got blown stock suspension in it and stuff like that, but I think it would just be fun to just like bring it with us to like an Okajuku at a Gymkhana and just bake a set of tires with this thing before we send it off. I also want to know what you guys want to see me do with the RB20 single jingle down in the comment section. So let us know, give me some ideas. I know some people were wanting to see me turbo it, but anything's on the scale. I don't mind if it blows up. I don't mind if we just go crazy and do something stupid on it. I want to send it off with a bang. And well, I mean, who knows? These things are kind of indestructible, so we might not be able to get a bang out of it. But I think it'd be super cool if we just do something, see how it handles it, what it does, do some experimenting, maybe put a lab coat out and do some dumb stuff. Like if you guys want to see me put water in as engine oil or something like that, I'm down. But yeah, let me know. Comment section below. The fog lights work. I think that's a factory option because it turns on from the button on the dash. Pretty cool. So we've got the 32 inside now, kind of parked up for the night. And I was just going over this car and looking at some things that I don't need off it that we could sell. For instance, these tail lamps, these aren't the expensive 4-door tail lamps, but these are in immaculate condition, like incredible. I don't see any cracks, no like splintering or anything. These are on like eBay or Yahoo auctions for about $500. Then this trunk lid, which is kind of ironic because I spent so much time looking for one of these. The 4-door trunk lids are actually kind of getting hard to find right now. And just the trunk lid with no wing is like selling for anywhere from $200 for a rusted out one, for a clean one with no wing for $600. So like if we start adding all of this up very quickly, this thing has paid for itself. And like, I mean, these wheels I don't think are worth anything. We tried Googling the brand, but like we can't find anything. They're a 2-piece like made in Japan. I think they're a generic wheel. I don't think they're anything special. But if you guys know anything about these, please let me know in the comments. But I'm just going off like some of the stuff on here that I won't need if I was to resell. And for example, right, let's just talk about how much this car cost me. 1,800 bucks. Right now, a set of headlamps for these, just the headlamps, not the corner lamps, is like $800. I know these are the single projector 32 ones, but these are in like amazing condition. Really good, well looked after. These corner lamps are really great. So you could probably sell these for, you know, a little bit more than 800. The bonnet, these sell for a fair bit as well. That under bonnet heat shield that we found, those are selling anywhere from $400 to $600, which is mind-blowing to me in that good condition. I guess Nissan stopped making them. And then the GTR seat. Look, I did a bunch of research and I noticed that this actually had a tear in it. I thought it had no tear, but even a small tear like that, these seats are selling for $400 to $500 over here right now. So we could flip that, flip everything, and this car's like actually made money, and I still have a good shell with a bunch of parts. So did I get this car for free? Technically, yes. Like, I think by the end of this, especially if we end up going down the path of turning this into a really nice missile car at Ebisu Circuit and whatnot, this thing is going to pay for itself well and truly. And that's always a good come up. Always look out for these great deals. And I mean, who knows? I'm going to put some research in. We're going to see what we can do about trying to get the paperwork redone for this car to see if we can get it back on the road. Because if this thing gets back on the road, that would be insanely cool. And then we could actually do like a really nice, simple, like RB20 turbo in this, and kind of then just keep it as is. And now I'm going down the rabbit hole. No, Sam, you will not do that. But it would still be cool if we got papers for it, because that would make it even more valuable. And if this thing has like a nice 1JZ swap, or we just stick with an RB or something like that and make this a nice missile car, we could easily like sell this for like 15 to 18 grand. And that does seem like a lot of money for a missile, but JZX 100's fully set up as a missile car, ready to rip at anywhere from that price range as well. And if this thing was already set up, ready to rip with a good engine package, it'd probably sell for that as well. Just quickly as well, guys, we are still looking to get rid of these. So if you're after some big boy fitment, big lip wheels, I'm hoping to get 4K or best offer for these. We can strip the tires off, ship them worldwide, all that kind of stuff, as well as the air management system from the abandoned S15 is also still available. It's an airlift performance kit. It comes with everything, all the air lines, all the wiring harnesses, hand controller. I'll even throw in this air compressor. This stuff though is going in the trash. It's too rusted here and I just don't want anyone to have to deal with that. But yeah, full airlift performance kit. I looked up that model number and they sold for like 2 grand brand new. It didn't get used much. It just sat in this thing. So I think like $800 is pretty fair for that full kit. If anyone's interested in that, DM the SAMMIT HQ Insta page and someone will get back to you. I'm also selling the DJetro Power FC. So that means you don't need an airflow meter. And this comes with all the sensors, the wiring loom, also the boost controller wiring loom and everything for the Power FC. For this, $1,200. Once again, DM the SAMMIT HQ page and they will get back to you. But yeah, looking to offload some of those parts so that we can get some cash together to get this front end chopped off real quick and get a new one welded on. We're getting ready to head and get some dinner at Big Goody Donkey, but May, we fixed the Skyline today. It's officially got brakes. Are you looking forward to contacting the original owner and seeing if we can get paperwork?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Hope he's alive.
Hope he's alive, yeah. Well, that's the other thing, right? Like, it could have been passed on through the family, and then like if that person passed away and the paperwork was lost that way, like that happens all the time in Japan too.
But
so,
if we're lucky, we'll be able to.
If we're lucky, we'll be able to. And then I got another whole problem because then I need another parts car. But no, I think I'm pretty sold on the direction of this thing. But we're gonna go get some dinner. Baby update, things going well?
Yeah, I think I missed my chance of taking baby.
Bump photos?
Yeah.
No, you can still get photos. You're like, what, 31 weeks now?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect time, because now it actually big bump. Dude, this little drifter in there, he's clutch kicking hard. The other night, insane. Like, you can just see her stomach going like, boom, boom. Like, it is, yeah, he's having a good time. This is dinner for today, guys.
This is donkey meat.
No, it's not.
People actually thought we were eating donkey meat.
Really?
Yeah, in the last video.
Last time we were here? That's funny.
Didn't listen to us.
I think they were joking, but this is Big Goody Donkey, which is just a family restaurant. They got big trophy-sized drinks of soda. That's like May's iPhone for comparison. But yeah, I went for the hamburger steak with pineapple on top. I wish they had pineapple pizza, that would have been nice, but this is also great. I'm just actually memeing because I thought it would be funny to make a pineapple on pizza joke, but we all know how good that went for me last time.
Nice. Nice.
No! Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up today's video here. I hope you're excited about the 32 and us progressing with that, as well as I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the opportunity of giving you guys, well, one of you guys, a return flight to Japan. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Looking forward to seeing you guys placing some orders, and I think we're gonna eat our dinner and go home and rest. We're trying really, really hard right now to like stick to a really nice tight schedule. So we, go to get dinner at a good time, go to bed at a decent time, so that we're trying to kind of prepare a little bit more for mum and dad life. So 7:44. We're on point right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Smash that like button, write a comment, and subscribe. Go to SAMMIT.net, grab yourself some merch, and maybe you'll get return flights to Japan. With that, see you next time. Peace. This is gonna be a Mang machine.
Nice. Nice.